So what is it that makes Bill Gates so successful? Well, the answer is it is habits. He spends 1 hour on a treadmill each morning. He plans each minute of his day in like 5-minute increments, and he reads 50 books a year. But not all of us have an iron will for those habits. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you the summary of the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, who formulated these 4 laws to make habits changing easier. Hi, I'm Kaden. And so our little obsession with habits started with our mom, who is quote unquote smart, but hasn't really accomplished anything great. And she mostly blames this on like the habits and moms being moms. She tried to help us like give us good habits, but it failed. And that was until she chanced upon this book called Atomic Habits. What's so amazing about this book is that James actually shows you this like there's this system to like how your habits are made and the compounding effect it has, which is kind of similar to how Warren Buffett actually managed to accumulate his wealth over 50 years and was once the world's richest man. So there are a total of 4 laws in this book, and we're just going to start. The first law is to make the habit obvious, and how you do that is you put these reminders in places that you tend to look at. So when James decided he wanted to eat more fruits, he bought this giant fruit bowl and put it in the middle of his kitchen. Then he stacked it up with fruits that he wanted to eat, and what happens is that he started to eat those fruits more often. The second law is to make it attractive. And to do that, you just need to take your new habit that you want to form and you take something you enjoy. Then you merge the two together. And how the author brings it forward, he actually conveys this story about an engineer who loves to watch Netflix, but he needs to exercise. So what he did was that he brilliantly connected his exercise bike to his TV so that his Netflix show will pause if he's not exercising enough. And what happens next was that he was exercising and binging Netflix at the same time. The third law is to make it easy, and how you do that is that you just prepare the environment for what you need to do. Now, using some real life examples, our mother basically just puts this giant console table right in front of our door, well, technically behind it, where we just put our wallets, and which have our house keys chained to them, tissue paper, a place to put our bags, and so on and so forth, so that we make sure that we don't forget anything, although we do forget some things sometimes. The fourth and final law is to make it satisfying, and to do that, you just need to give yourself an immediate reward after you're done with the habit. Now, taking back the book's example, there's this one couple who wanted to go to a trip to Europe, and what they did was that every time they ate at home, they decided to send $50 into their savings account to be used for the trip. Now that you know the 4 habit laws, can you change your habits a lot easier now? Probably not. The most likely scenario is you get excited for a few days and then you just drop. I mean, if we can all just change our habits just by reading a book, why are we all not successful? The thing is, most great work is the result of habits, and to be good at something, you need to work on it alone. According to Angela Duckworth, successful people spend 70% of their time perfecting their craft or working on their business in whatever area they're in. But most of us fail is because we don't really like working alone. We like social experiences. Then we just succumb to the pressure of just dropping it all together if our friend group is not really a part of our new habit. For example, if you're trying to quit smoking, but you hang out with friends who tend to smoke in certain places. This is why most people just go back to their old selves after attending motivational seminars and paying speakers a fat chunk of money. The environment to just unleash the power within isn't there anymore. I know about this because we're not all born gritty, as much as I would like to be. So we co-created this thing called Video Study Buddy, where we are selling hot air. Just kidding. It's a platform that supports you in habit forming and task completing. So here's how Video Study Buddy works. So first, you just co-create a timetable with your parents, or you can do it yourself. Alright, so next, now you just need to book a slot. Now you can book as many sessions as you want as long as there are slots available. When we get into the session, we're just going to kick things off with a high energy one-liner of what we want to do. After that, we just spend the rest of the time just focusing on these tasks that you declared. Alright, once that is all over, we just celebrate with a high energy done. After the whole session, your parents will receive like a screenshot so that they'll know you're there. Eventually, with enough sessions, your task becomes a habit. And now you have a new sense of self and you are more closer towards whoever you want to be. These days, everything is just Googleable and YouTubeable. You just need the mindset and the habits in order to succeed. And you are basically invincible once you have the proper habit. We're just giving you this high energy, motivational, and friendly environment so that you're more inclined to just come in every day and complete your tasks within 50 minutes. The environment is just what helps you stay on track. And it's like having multiple mini Tony Robbins helping you with what you're doing every day. And once you repeated it enough, it becomes a habit. So if that sounds good to you, then sign up to get mini Tony Robbins helping you build habits and be whoever you want to be today.
Hey, Robbins!